But today's session, I'm going to cover how to 10x your sales without attracting non-ideal clients. Okay, there's three core elements to growing your coaching business. Second is sales, and the third is delivery. If you fix your sales, you increase your sales, then the next problem is your delivery. In order to fix your sales, you also need to increase your lead flow, right? Because you can't get more clients in without increasing your lead flow. So notice that these three bottlenecks, they interchange within each other. So for example, you get a huge amount of lead flow on. If you can't sell anyone if you have no lead flow, right? You have to increase your lead flow, increase your sales. And if you increase your sales, you can't be stuck one-to-one. Because say, for example, you do want to go from 10,000 to 100,000 in a month, can be possible, right? I'm not saying it's not possible, but you can't, you need, how many do you need? You need a 5K offer, or at least a 3.5 to 5K offer. You need to be doing, 20 units. And so if you're doing 20 units at 5K, that's 20 clients. You have to go to one-to-many delivery, right? And so if you're doing 20 clients in 1 month, 20 clients the next, you can't sustain that without a one-to-many delivery. So look, I'm going to share with you specifically exactly how you do this and what you can do to replicate our system. So unscalable sales, once you can onboard an unlimited amount of clients, which I show you how to do in terms of paid marketing, clients on automation rather than costing all your time. So rather than posting loads on every single social media channel, look, I'm not knocking all organics, but you need paid traffic and then you need organic. Once you've got your ad sorted, you can bring in high quality clients at the right price. And I'll take you through how you do that today's session without having to convince them to buy from you, right? So look, if we haven't met before, my name is Ed JC Smith. I'm a school dropout. I struggled to grow my coaching business, but I actually broke $1 million in less than 7 months when I figured out my system scale, which I'm sharing with you today. And look, these are my 3 E's at school. So if I can, you can. Unlike others in the market, I started as a one-to-one coach, jumped out in front of a trainer when I was younger, got pulled back. That's how I got into the coaching market. So I started as a one-to-one coach, mastered transformation. Each time I wanted to scale, I hit a wall. I did everything to master the process and I fully tested everything to find out what worked, more importantly, what doesn't work. It took time, but it was worth it. But I cracked the code to getting clients on automation. I went from having a bunch of clients, thousands of clients, and I did this in a relatively short period of time. So I started with a very small amount, and as it started to expand, my system started to get better and better and better. Thousands of people started to come. And unlike other people in the market you see that are marketers that just help other people have a business, I started as a one-to-one transformational coach, and then other people asked me how I did it, so I let them copy my system. And so I ended up writing a book in the process, going on to 26 different countries and talking about process. And so over the years, thousands of people have come. We did 26 countries in 1 year. My events, they're not like me speaking at someone else's event. This is all off the back of the system that I built. I would post, Tony Robbins, I'm coming for you. And in less than 4 years, I got alongside the amazing Tony Robbins. And there's nothing amazing about me. It's the system that does it. Today, I own a full-scale consultancy agency where we help large companies with online client acquisition. The Hilton Group were one of my clients. I've created over 28 online courses in a range of different niches as I help coaches just like yourself grow your coaching business with the COA system. I've got thousands of positive reviews with the word love in. They love what we do. Love, 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 love. And the COA system won an 8-figure business award, which means we generate over $1 million a month, which is just amazing considering I got 3 E's at school, been featured in Forbes, etc., some amazing publications. It's because of the impact that the systems had. Ended up writing a #1 Amazon bestseller in business and motivation, a #1 bestseller on building a coaching business, and I've been able to help interview some of the best people in my space. How does this work? First of all niches work. It doesn't matter what niche that you're in. We got clients that have been able to use the same system I'm going to be sharing with you today. Okay, the exact same system that I used to grow my coaching business, and they were able to bolt on an extra 10K in less than a month. Hairdressing niches, speaker niche, mindset niche, salon niche, leadership niche. You'll notice that they're all holding these awards because they've been able to bolt on an extra 10K just by copying the process. Relationship niche, emotional eating niche, branding niche, leadership niche, dentist niche, military niche, law of attraction niche, weight loss, dating, video creation. It doesn't matter. Before COVID, we used to have these big events, invite all our clients to celebrate their success. Clients do a lot more than just bolt on an extra 10K. Joey did an extra 100K in less than 3 months. Stefan, 100K in the self-love niche. Ava helps women have orgasms, over 100K. Sarah in the spiritual niche, over 100K. People say, Ed, how fast does it work? It works really fast. As I said, a lot of our clients do a lot more than just bolt on an extra 10K. Miriam, 111,000. Johnny's doing bolting on extra 10K days. I've seen a 62K in less than a month. Horse riders create their horse harnesses. That's how niche it is. 12K in less than a week. Gary, 100K in less than 14 months. Bob and Nick, 125K in less than 1 month. So look, does it take a lot of time? One of our clients, 5 kids, 21K in December, 25 people for Christmas. Okay, it can take less than an hour a day. It will take you 3 weeks to, if you're doing it every day. It would take a whole weekend to set up. Sally Ann, she's 72 years old. She's one of our clients. If she can, you can. People always say, look, Ed, I want you to do it for me. I can't do that. I don't do any one-to-one coaching anymore. I closed down one-to-one coaching. But look, what I can do at the end, I'm going to give away a coaching business strategy session. It is valued at $500. We charge them at our consultancy website. You can go check it out if you don't believe me. And for the first 15, I'll give it completely 100% free. All you have to do is go over to www.freegrowthplan.com. Okay, and what you'll get is a one-to-one session with one of my team. They'll take you through the client's automation system, show you what it does for your business. It's not a pushy sales call, but you'll walk away, regardless of whether we work together or not, with a growth plan of exactly how to grow your business to the level you want in the next 30 days. Okay, so look, not everything is possible for me to be covered here today. I'll put that in the chat box. One second, let me get the link, because I know some of you will always ask for it early. They got to rush off, which is totally cool. So one second, let me put that up. So if you want to jump in on that and get a free session with one of my team, that is what you can do. So yeah, there's a link there. And as I said, it's a one-to-one consultation session. If you click the link, put your details in, you fill out the application, help you get really clear on where you are, where you want to be, and you'll get a one-to-one consultation session. They'll show you exactly what the system does for your coaching business, and you'll walk away with a specific plan that's designed uniquely for you. Because you're unique and you're individual and your business is unique and your offer's unique. Let's get down to it. So look, the problem with sales is that it's unscalable at the level that you are right now. The reason that you're here is because your sales aren't where you want it to be. So the solution is one predictable sales process, different things. And here's the reason why. You need to get good, right? And focus. Hold on, let me move my head up here. There you go, that's better. You need one solution, one predictable sales process. All of your clients need to come to the same thing. Now, the majority of people try to pump out loads of different content, whereas actually you just need one funnel, right? One sales process, one piece of content into one sale only, right? That in itself will help you stay out of overwhelm, right? The problem is you want to avoid low quality clients, right? And you want to attract high quality clients. So how do we do that? So look, what we want to do is aim towards, this is the global wealth pyramid. It states that 85% of the population own the wealth in the world, which means that we want to aim for the 10% that have the money, have the mindset, professional, no time, they want to be told what to do. So it's a very different sort of message to just organic marketing, because organic marketing is loads of people that, again, they're just looking to claim free stuff, which is fine. There's nothing wrong with that. They're not ready to buy yet. They might go through your buying cycle. I'm not saying they won't. If you target a very specific person with a very specific message, you can fast track this process. And that's how we're able to do it. Because there's a deeper layer to this problem, right? It's like the onion where you have to peel it. If you're pumping out loads of free content, right, and you're pumping out loads of organic, just because they're subscribing, just because they are liking, doesn't mean they're buying. Clients are not buying, right? That means there's no point to getting lead flow up if you can't close the sales. Most produce too much content, so they don't really know what works. And most people are producing so much different variations of content, they're not really sure how to create a proper piece of content that sets up the sale for them. Though most never refine just one piece of content that sets up the sale. Put your focus in just 1 month on creating one piece of content that was really, really good. And then you just kept on focusing on that same piece of content. And in a relatively short time, every single client was going through that piece of content, set up your sale, would increase your sales exponentially rather than trying to create loads of different content all over the place like a scattergun, right? So look, if that piece of content is not constructed to make a sale, they will not buy from you. If it's not constructed in a very specific way, if your client can't consume it quickly, the high quality client will move on. High quality clients don't have time. They know the problem that they have. You're a coach. You have a very specific problem that you help someone with. You have a piece of content that is designed around that specific problem. We are targeting people with that specific problem only. Not talking about like my front end webinar automated is less than 11 minutes long. It is so short, concise, straight to the point. It's all about the problem that they have, and that's it. The next stage, right? And if you can't convince someone in that sort of short period of time about the problem, they're not your ideal client. They're not in the 10%. So if you waste all your time trying to create a webinar that's really long, right, it's just going to take too long. If you rely on webinars to go straight to an automated sale, you end up undercharging, right? If you can't speak to the client, you can't sell a higher price point. If you can't speak to a higher quality client, you won't invest 2K or 10K or more. Organics, most rely on organics collecting non-buying signals. Follower or a like doesn't mean they will buy from you. The longer you rely on organic, the less that you actually make. The audience becomes non-buyers. So the problem is clients are non-buying, right? And so this results in you reducing your pricing. Now, I spoke to a client today just onboarded, and their pricing for the niche that they're in is way too underpriced. And the reason that he's too underpriced is because he's had lots of people not buy, because he's been relying on organic marketing. So thus, over a period of time, he has a lack of self-belief. Within today's session alone, we doubled his price point. And just before this, he's just messaged me saying he's just closed someone at double the price. And that's because we tweaked his offer. He's working with us. He's got an infrastructure in place to speak to a high quality client who has the money, has the mindset, is willing to pay that. So look what happens when you underprice. You create this low buying pain cycle. You start to question yourself. If people aren't buying, you start to reduce the price, because if you go lower, that would make it easier. Wrong move. You need to go higher. Low pricing means that you start to stress out and you start to worry about it. Low pricing means you just don't make enough, and then you end up like with not enough cash flow in the business, and the whole thing creates a non-buying cycle. And so low quality clients versus high quality clients, right? If you have a low price, you can't attract high quality clients. You only attract quality clients. So look, you want to avoid lowest, you want to go to the highest you can possibly go at the front end, space that is required. I'm not saying you just put on, say, you charge 200 grand. You have to have a valid reason to justifying why it is the way it is, okay? So look, low price equals low quality, attracts low quality clients, non-profitable, so hard to give the client the sort of support required. If you are less than $1,000, for example, it's very difficult to scale that. Why? Because you just can't actually get people to support. You have to churn so many clients, it's just not going to be realistic, right? So thus you start non-buying, and thus you start going cheaper, and then you end up giving up. So what happens is the coach tries to create another program to mitigate that, and in fact they should just be working on one to make it better. Rather than focusing on one program, they focus on multi, then they have to start again, and then that results in low cash flow, creates overwhelm, having to pump out content all the time, the whole thing starts to fall down. And so look at high price quality, all right? Attracts a high quality client, all right, that has the money, has the mindset, means that we have a profitable delivery because we can actually spend more to help us get other people to help us to deliver. So you're able to provide more support, more assets, more touch points. You focus on one main signature program, which means it keeps on getting better and better and better and better, which means that you get better testimonials, which means that you get better client results, which means that you stand out, right? More clients refer because it's great, which means that you get increased referral, means you go up your marketplace. More clients renew because it's a great service. You get more customer lifetime value. You focus on creating a higher level program because if people get great value from you at a great price point, they want to pay again because it's great, okay? And so the whole thing works better when you charge more. This is not just you charge more, it's better for the client. They actually value it more because they actually want to do the thing that you're selling. The problem with low price points is that people don't even use them. They're so overwhelmed, they pay and don't use it. How many books have you read and never read them? You bought a book and never read it. Right? You bought something cheap, you never even accessed it. Shockingly, it's crazy today. So where we look at our client, this is my COA system. Let me show you how it works, right? So what we do is we set up an ad and we leverage any socials that you have into one piece of content. We help you refine this piece of content so that it works to increase the sales process. If we're refining this off the back of this so that more people are coming into your program and we hold your hand every step of the way, you start with live coaching. If you're already got a group coaching program, we show you how to do that. So you transition into a one-to-many program whilst keeping your cash flow on. So there's no stagnant period. The most exciting thing, you're collecting data, collecting email addresses and phone numbers, which is a real asset. You have a list, right? And so you guys are all on my list, right? And we only do live webinars, never do it of anything else. So you saw an ad, you went into an automated piece of content, and now you're on a live webinar with me. And we always do the same calls to action, right? And you copy the same process that we do day in, day out, okay? Day in, day out. And what's exciting about this, and so like the first time I ever bought a funnel, right, I paid 10 grand, and then they charged me a monthly retainer to manage the funnel, right? And they also took a percentage of our revenue as well. And so what I thought is, as I started to scale my business and other people asked me how I was doing it, I gave them my support, and then I just gave them my funnel without them, having to pay the 10K and without them having to pay a monthly fee to me. Just help them set it up. And so they had this funnel system for life. So once our clients have the COA system set up in their business, and they run the same thing that we do, all we do is the same thing. Any socials we do into one piece of content, into one sales process, into one program. That's how we've got thousands of clients with amazing results, because it's that simple. And we're all doing the same thing. It works in every single niche. How cool is that, right? You guys getting this? You're getting how simple it can be. I had a client yesterday who was like, I paid 20 grand, right, of which she didn't own. There are still companies that do this today. The Yellow Pages in the UK, if you want a funnel on the Yellow Pages, you pay them for the setup, 5, 6K or whatever. They set you up, and it's all your content, but they own it. And if you stop paying them, it's brutal. So I was like, there must be a better way. And if I'm going to do that, I'm going to give it to my clients so that they can maximize that. And so look, all you do, once you've got that set up, you get better at sales. So then we can work on increasing your price point. But then we can work on how many people do you need to, maybe you don't want to do the consultation process. So we train up other people to do it for you. How cool is that? So you're just sitting there going, you're overviewing, managing a business that's really super scalable. All we do now is then apply constant and never-ending improvement. What does that mean? That means this is the concept of Kanzen, was created after the Third World War, whatever. The Japanese created this concept that nothing's ever finished. And so all you do is once your sales process is getting better, your ability to close people on a consultation sale, which is we hold your hand, we show you exactly what you do, you copy our structures, right? And so they're going into your sales process and into your program. It's not uncommon that we're able to get people from 10% to a 50 to 60% closing rate of their front end. Once you're getting people coming through your program, we put that information back into the ad so the ad gets better. And when you start to scale up with ads, your organic build on their own. How cool is that? And so if your organics are building and sustaining, it just becomes an evergreen amount of potential people that you're putting back into the funnel, going into the same thing over and over again, and you just get better. Right? And I promise you, if someone can make it work for $1 million plus a month, it's the same three things that take you from 10K months to 20K months, 200K months to 300K months to 400 to 600 to $1 million a month. Same three things: lead flow, sales process, and delivery. That's it. And what happens is you just get other people to manage it. You don't have to be stuck in it. I'm getting that you're liking this. Okay, so look, this COA System 9.0, our clients copy our one content piece framework downloadable PDF. It's set in a very specific way. It's not like any other PDF you've seen before. So we can easily measure the quality of the clients coming through. Our clients copy our entire sales process so that the clients are qualified. Our clients copy our consultation framework that works on reverse selling. It's not pushy sales. You don't have to be pushy or inauthentic. We have zero sales manipulation, 100% authentic qualification. Buyer's resistance is maximum. So we've noticed you just don't need to do any manipulation at all. You just have to be authentic, qualify before they ever get on the phone. So you push away people that are not your ideal client. Show our client how to qualify ideal clients, avoid taking on non-ideal clients without coaching or giving away your best information. What's exciting, the sales can be completely scalable by having other people to do it. So that's how you're going to 10x it. Because once it's working, once you get it working, right, that means you can replicate someone else to do it. It's that simple. Not rocket science stuff, which we show our clients how to do at an advanced level. So that's how we take our clients from unscalable sales to completely. That's how Gary was able to bolt on an extra 100K in less than 4 months. Dalcina an extra 63K in less than a month. Ben's an extra 30K in a couple of months. 184 in less than 6 months from Miriam. Okay, and so just a heads up, if you do want to understand more about the system and you want a free demo, okay, it's 100% free. You can go to www.freegrowthplan.com. And again, look, it might not be the right fit for some of you. That's for sure. There's a ton of you on here already. We've got 15 spaces completely for free. Regardless of whether we work together or not, you're going to walk away with it, which means that they're going to design specifically, here's what the 3 things that you need in order to hit 30-day target, etc. And it will be helping you with your lead flow, it'll be helping you with your sales, and helping you with your delivery. At some level, the reason that you're not where you are is because you don't have consistent lead flow, consistent sales, and consistent delivery off the back of that. Just a heads up, here's how we support you every step of the way. We do have a complete support structure. You get the system for life, access to our online easy to follow module setups for 3 months, 90-day. You get 90-day access. You get live consultation clinics 4 times a week. You get 24/7 support in our private forum with myself and my team. We've got our full tech team helping you out so you don't have any problems set up. And we have an accountability tracker which allows us to create and define your message the way it needs to be. And we've got thousands of people that have gone through it. So we've tested in thousands of different niches. And so, for example, one of our clients said to me today, he'd taken a lot of programs before and it never really worked out. He tried an agency and they'd done some good stuff, but he'd never really made sales at the level that he wanted. And just from one piece of content structure with our offer codex, which is refining his message, he was able to convert over 12K in just a couple of days of sales just by refining that early stages within the first 2 weeks, whatever. But look, here's your next step. One factor that is against you right now is the truth is the longer you wait, the harder it gets to have a successful online coaching business. Because the longer you wait, right, what happens is that you become less confident. You start to doubt yourself. This is how older. I'm 42. Red space is the time that's been taken from my life. Right, I've only got those white squares left. Right? Whatever age you're at, you've got an equivalent red space and equivalent white space. The longer you wait, less confident you become, less you believe it's possible for yourself. And the truth is someone else is just going to go and do the thing that you think about or the thing that you want to do. The niche that you're currently representing will probably be taken by one of our clients who will go faster and quicker because they're leveraging our funnel, they're leveraging our email sequences, they're leveraging all of our data and they're leveraging all of my expertise. And that's the truth. That's how we're able to skyrocket anyone into any niche. And if you're serious, I'd love to help you do the same, because what happens is if you don't do it, you're going to just get to a stage, and that's what happens in life. You end up with this positive quote, it's before and after, and that's it, and your life's gone. So you may as well do it now. The biggest lie is that it's unstable. Right? A day in the life of entrepreneurs, this quote on Instagram, like 1 minute up, next minute down, 1 minute up, next minute down, right? That's written by a really bad on startup business owner, because it is unstable and unsure if you don't have a sales process designed uniquely for you. It's not unstable. So here's what I'm going to do for you. If you are tired of not having clients that are flowing into your business at the level that you want, if you're tired of following a method that's slow and unsure, right? If you're worried about the future and if you want this sorted, if you are serious and committed and decisive, if you're not serious, you're not committed and you're not decisive, you'll be the worst coach, because you can't attract someone. You need to attract a high quality client. If you're not high quality yourself, if you're not serious, if you're not committed, you're not decisive, then like attracts like. It's impossible for you to work with other people to transform their life if you're not serious, committed, decisive. So you may as well not bother. You may as well just stay in a job, in a role where you don't actually have to attract other people to work with you. Like attracts like. And so if you're unreliable, inconsistent, indecisive, then you'll attract that within your clients too. But if you are serious, committed, and decisive, then this is for you. If you'd like me to personally help you to get this sorted so you don't have to worry about growth again, I'm going to open up some free limited spaces for you to get a free consultation session with one of my team so you can fix your business fast with the clients and automation system and grow your coaching business to the level you want without the hassle, without the stress, without the uncertainty, without the pain. Who is this for? You have to have integrity. You have to care about your clients and be passionate about transforming lives. Otherwise, it doesn't work. Right? You must be motivated and committed, and you must be willing to put in the work. Is it a lot of work? It's not. But does it take time for setup? Yeah, it's not going to happen overnight. And if you're a complainer, negative person, it's not for you. Right? So what will happen is on the session, we will fix the core problems stopping your growth. You'll walk away with a grow your coaching business strategy plan designed for you for free. So people say, Ed, put your money where your mouth is. If it's that good, then look, we're one of the only coaching companies in the world that does this, because we're the best at what we do. We 100% guarantee potential clients without the hassle in less than 3 months, in less than 90 days. And if we don't, right, we will work with you until you do. So look, you can get your grow your coaching business strategy session. It's 100% free. Just go to www.freegrowthplan.com before we close this down, and you will walk away with a growth plan that's individually designed for you. So look, you can apply for your session. It is a $500 session, no BS. That's what we charge on our consultancy session. Book your free session. You have two choices. Right? You can complicate choice, do nothing, do not book a session, right, and then try and build a social media following and get nothing back in return. Or you can take a smart choice, book your strategy session. There's nothing for you to lose. There's no risk, nothing for you to buy. You're not going to be pushed into any sales process, right? And you walk away with a grow your coaching business without the hassle. 70% of people that take those calls do not choose to work with us. And that's totally cool. That is 100% our stats currently. And that's totally cool. I would never want anyone to not work with us unless they want to work with us. And it makes total sense for them. So look, the question is, how many clients have you taken on in the last 30 days? Say in the last 30 days, you made 3K. I don't know what you made in the last 30 days. Maybe you made 10K, right? Just by copying our system, you could have made 25K. You're losing an easy 25K, 20K by not knowing this, just by not doing this. So that's 240K a year that you're losing right now by not having a process in place. That's a small house for some of you, and that's 3 houses depending on where you live. But I spoke to this lady on Clubhouse. She wanted an extra 2 clients per month that didn't get the help. It was a 2K price point. Only wanted 2 clients more a month. So it's a 4K additional extra upgrade on her income. She didn't get the extra 2 clients. So she lost 4K times 12. That's 48 grand. Now, I thought she said 8 years, but in fact, she said 18 years. 48,000 times 18 years. That's 864,000. Cost of not 2 extra clients a month. So the real cost of inaction for her was 864,000. So the real cost of you not doing this is depending again on how serious you want to take your business. If you want to do this for the rest of your life, which business is the rest of your life, you're losing a lot by not doing this. The biggest cost is what? I always say tax. Tax is not. Tax is your second biggest cost, right? Your first biggest cost is not knowing how to grow your coaching business. If you're listening right now and you're seeing this right now, and you're a coach with information that could scale, but for whatever reason, you've got your own internal blocks, or you don't believe it's possible, or else you think that you've done something already and you know this, but yet you don't have consistent months. So look, if all this did was to finally get you to where you want to be, would it be worth it for you to book a call? Of course it would. Without all the stress, without all the worry, without all the overthinking, without all of the dilemmas of, like trying to do so much. Of course it would. Is this for me, Ed, because my business is different? The truth is, what you're doing now doesn't work, right? And all this did was to grow your coaching business so you could finally earn what you really deserve, the impact that you really want, without trying to figure it out on your own. Would it be worth it to book a free session? Of course it would. Book a free session, all right? If all this did was to stop you worrying because 100% safe, you knew exactly exactly how to grow your coaching business at a click of the button, that was planned out exactly what you need, would it be worth it for you to book a free session? Of course it would. But if all this did was give you real time freedom, you could sit back and stand back. Like I stood away from my business for a year and a half and let it grow without me there. And most people think they have to hustle and grind for the rest of their life. Do you need systems and structure to know what you're doing? For sure. Do you need to invest into a system? Yeah, for sure. It's going to happen just because you've got visualization happening, and it takes investment, but not a lot, for sure. Get what you want. So would it be worth it for you so you could have real time freedom? Also, would book a free session. It's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. Like, when was the best time to plant a tree? 20 years ago. Best time to do it now. So you should have done this a long time ago, but now's as good a time as ever. Okay, so if you don't do this right now, what are your other options? You could go and build a social media channel. That could go and take you 7 to 10 years, right? The truth is, I've helped thousands of people just like you. What will happen on your session? We'll fix the core problems stopping your growth, and you'll walk away with a grow your coaching business strategy plan designed for you free. If it makes sense for us and it makes sense for you, right, we'll talk you through what it entails implementing the COA system into your business for life, and then what the investment is for that, for the support, if she sells at all. And if it's not for you, we'll tell you it's not for you, and regardless, we'll help you design you something specific for you because you're individual. So that's it. Why am I doing this? You might be asking. Because I'm looking for champions who really want to make a difference, that are serious, that are committed, that are decisive. So in turn, we spread a powerful positive message together. Someone gave my life back. I made a promise to pass it on. That was my life, right? And I made a promise that day, a simple promise that saved my life, and that no matter what happens, I'd never give up on my dreams. And so if you're watching this right now, you're in the right place, because together we can make your dreams a reality. A warning, this is not going to be up forever. If you do not book your free session now, you may not get another chance in the future. When it's done, it will be done. Sometimes people say, how fast is the COA system? How quick does it work? And just so you know, what you're doing now, you wouldn't be here if it worked. So we're the only coaching company in the world that does this, because we're the best at what we do. We 100% guarantee you potential clients without the hassle in less than 3 months. If you don't, we will work with you until you do. The reason being is because we know that within the system alone, we can double your ROI. Pretty simple, right? So this is exactly how we do it for you, so you don't have to figure it out on your own, right? It is a guaranteed system that gets you clients, implements it into your business, and once you set up, you keep it for life. We support you on how to get the most out of it. It's kind of like a flywheel for your business. Once it's set up, it's good to go. The COA method has been refined over a 15-year period after I realized all you need is one sales process, setting up the sale for you. Look, here's the first time I got a funnel, and this is what they were telling me it was doing. This is what I was paying, right? And I paid 10 grand, then I paid a monthly fee, percentage of my revenue. And when I wanted to leave, they kept it. It was all my own content, it was all my own stuff. And so I went, you know what? So I thought, okay, I'm just going to simplify the process. So I took what they gave me, redesigned it, and I thought, if I start here, right, and I want to purchase decision, how do I get to there in the quickest position without making it overcomplicated? And that's how I went about creating the system. So when our clients have it set up, we're not like an agency. We're not like, we don't take a referral. We don't take a consistent fee. We have a fee to set up on the software. We use ClickFunnels, ActiveCampaign. It's all less than a couple of $100. That's your overhead for your online business, plus your ad cost. We help you to manage so that it's really quick and cost effective. So yeah, we leverage your lead flow into one sales process, into one program. One ad into any leverage. So any socials that you have, leverage them into the same piece of content, okay, into one sales process that sets up one sales process. We help you, show you how to close your clients in your niche, design you a specific closing process individually for your business into your program, which we help you design. Even if you have your own program, we want to copy how we've done it because we scale it up really quick. And then we're collecting email addresses and phone numbers, and we're collecting a client list, and we drive that up into a sales consultation process. And once that's set up, you own that system in your business as an asset for life, paying you a dividend every single month. So an online business is set up with the COA system is easy to grow, very low overhead. Compare it to a property business. Grow a property business, very hard. You have to find the deals, and it's very hard to scale. If you invested 100 grand into a property in London, you would get 10% return, which is a high ROI. That means it's 10 years to get your money back. Online coaching business, very easy to scale, right? If you invest $100 into ads, 20 potential clients, that's one client who buys at 1,500. That's 15 times ROI. You can do that in less than a day, less than a week, less than a month is very easy, which means it's very fast. Less than 3 months, you can really start seeing a return on your capital. I mean, look at Grant Cardone. He's in the property business. I'm sure you know him as big, the educator. But what you don't realize is Grant makes his money from teaching information. Then he invests it into property, step 2. He's making money from the information he's selling to teach people how to do property. And he invests that information money into the property, and that grows as an asset. Makes sense? So you want to go with an information online business first, and then invest it into property. Exactly what I do as well. So look at the dragons and the sharks. They only invest into online business structures. That's why they're in the den. When they're tank, they want to get access to the best business models. There's no hidden costs. Funnel software costs $97 per month. CRM software, $40 per month. Ad costs start very small, so you can see an ROI first and then scale. That's it. We give you everything you need to create your offer, create your messaging, because even if you've got a good organic message, it's different if we go into cold traffic, your content, so it sets up the sale, and you keep everything. We give you everything. It's all done for you. Call application funnel content could be like, we've had clients pay more than 20 grand. Live webinar funnel, the exact funnel that I'm using here, 10 grand. Automated webinar funnel, 10 grand. Email sequence setup, 10 grand. Consultation framework setup, 20K. Automation CRM setup, 3K. Ad script setup, 5K. Terms conditions, 3K. Contracts, legals, GDPR, signature program setup, 5K. We give you that all for free. That's how we roll. Pretty cool, huh? And so look, how does the support work? We give you online portal system setup. Everything's easy to follow. Live support for consultation, clinics per week, 24/7 support, accountability tracker. So we design your message. That's how we roll. And it's 100% guaranteed. That's how Nilesh, I was stuck in my coaching business, not being able to grow. I was tired of learning loads of things that didn't help. I was doing so much content, getting nothing in return. I would never have bolted on an extra 10K in less than a week with COA. COA system works. At 53K in 1 month, it works fast. Laura, I just wanted to grow my coaching business. I wanted a very clear process to do that. I bolted on 24,000 in just 1 month. This works more than I ever imagined. COA showed me how I can increase my prices, increase the value to my client without being really difficult. I never thought I'd be able to increase my prices so much. I had a prospect to tell me today's 6,994 offer was too cheap. Did 27,000 in just 1 month, target to 50K month. My life is much easier now. My ads work because I know how to grow easily rather than relying on organic marketing. The COA system is brilliant. Veronica, 27K extra in 1 month. I didn't want to spend my life trying to build a social media audience, 45K in sales during COVID just by setting up the COA system. I didn't have any organic marketing. I just wanted to run paid ads because I understood it was quicker, 20K profit in less than a month. Sally Ann, I'm 72 years old. I was very worried about the technology. 3 clients after we increased my offer, 4 times my price point. The support is world-class. Ed and the team are very kind, caring, and supportive. I wasted so much, Vivian, I wasted so much money and time on agencies, and they said they'd do it for me. The problem is they take your money and they don't care. It is very different. The COA system is so good. He builds it with you and around you, around what you need. 36,000 in just 3 weeks. Listen to Ed once. I knew I needed the COA system because I was tired of organic marketing. 10K in less than a month. Lots of people's programs before. I still lacked the personal support I needed. That's the only reason I wanted the COA system. 10K in less than a month, Kimberly. And I didn't want it to be all over social media. My husband said I'd have to wait 5 years before I made any money from my business. I have 5 kids, so I had to be very focused with my time. I have no time to waste. I wanted a simple system to follow. 21K in less than a month. I've hired a lot of coaches in the past. No one has ever given me the clarity and the structure the COA system did for me. 100K in less than 4 months, Gary. In like a failure to unstoppable. 10K in less than 3 weeks, Anna. Bill, I knew I needed to help recreate my message and selling on scale. 100K in less than a month. Loved how concise Ed is. You can tell as soon as you listen to him, he knows exactly what he's doing. 100K in less than a month. I made 7K in my first 4 days. Still embarrassed for not doing it sooner because Ed did all the work for me. 100% works if you follow the process. 10K days, Johnny. Does it take a lot of time? I wasted a lot of time trying to do everything on my own. I was tired, I was frustrated. That is why I got the COA system. Fast forward to today, 3K in less than 24 hours after setup. Ed has put together something very special here. I really struggled in the past to charge more. I have now clients coming in at 4 times the amount I was charging before. The COA system really works. I'm stuck trying to grow my coaching business. I was forever trying to get more and more clients on. I now have clients recurring at 6K months. Guys, I can go day in, day out. I spent 6 years trying to do organic posting. My podcast, I had wasted money on programs that didn't work. This was my last hope, or else I was giving up 5K in less than 24 hours. I can go day in, day out. We've got thousands of these. We've been trusted by thousands of people just like you. So the question is whether you are serious or not about your coaching business. So look, it's 100% free. There's nothing for you. There's no risk at all. The only risk is for you to not have the right strategy in place. www.freegrowthplan.com, or you can click the link at the question box. And look, let me ask, that's it. Like, let me ask any of your questions. 1 second. I'm already in the program. Got to leave. I love this edit. I've already joined. Did not know this was the theme of the web. I really love watching it again. Amazing. All for Wednesday, Thursday. It's all disappeared. Oh, Margaret Murphy. Just if you email in, Margaret, sign up the app. Look, if you've go to the site and there is no spaces, if you register your details, then the team will contact you directly. So not to worry, okay? Any other questions? I can see there's a bunch of you still here. Let me know if there's any questions that you have. Super available for you. Hi, Ed. Will your team review our copyright and adjust it to fit in your system? Kevin, great question. Yeah, for sure. Let me be precise on it. You will copy our framework. That's the best way to do it. And so we're going to give you framework and you're going to fill out those frameworks. And then we're going to run and add that piece of content. The reason that we can't do it with your content is that more often than not, you haven't tested the content to cold traffic. So we need to keep it very simple and basic. It's really simple at first. Very simple ad framework into very simple content framework into very simple sales process, right? And then we can make it more sophisticated once we start getting data in, because data component to an online business, right? It doesn't, like, people always come and they're like, oh, like I'm worried about content creation, or they either have like no ability to create content or they have too much ability. Regardless, it doesn't matter, because it has to be today to convert people online has to be so basic and simple, because people are overwhelmed. They've got no headspace. And so, they're being pumped left, right, and center with loads of different pieces of content. So we've tested thousands of pieces of content, so you don't have to. I know that it works. And I know if you copy the framework, you will instantly see good results, and then we can build on top of that. Does that make sense? Does that help? Any other questions? How long does it take? Dave says it can take less than a weekend. If you've got an hour a day, it could do 4 hours to set up. What that means is that you then have a funnel that works. You understand how to use that process. You have a sales process in place. You understand that you've got all the automated sequences, all the automated text messaging, etc. You've got everything that you need so that you have the foundations for a very scalable online coaching business. What's realistic? Mark says, what's realistic? Very difficult. Like, we do have clients that have a broad spectrum of skill set, but regardless of, like, even if you're a startup coach, you're going to get really clear on your offer. You're going to get really clear on your sales process. And we start you off, if you're a startup coach, at 1,500. So you only need 7 clients to hit a 10K month. 7 clients, that's 20 calls, right? Which means 4 calls per week, right, to close 7 people from 20. Your closing rate, but we show you how to do that. Regardless of that, you've still got residual value in your terms and conditions, your contracts. The funnel itself has residual value. So look, any other questions before I want to jump on? If you haven't already, 100% jump in, guys. I wouldn't want you to miss out on this before we shut it down. It's going to be a game changer. All right. That being said, no matter what, if I never meet you again, success in your coaching business, I hope that you really truly get to wherever you want to be. And I want you to know that we're here and we're here to help. See you soon. Okay.